What if I told you that one of the most secretive and feared leaders in the world throws dinner parties where 10 bottles of Bordeaux wine are just the beginning? That while his country battles famine, he indulges in Kobe beef, rare liquors, and a lifestyle so extravagant it puts billionaires to shame? Kim Jong-un is not just a dictator. He's an enigma wrapped in rumors, surrounded by opulence, and protected by layers of myth and military. The man behind North Korea's Iron Curtain doesn't just rule, he performs, orchestrating a life that's equal parts absurd, luxurious, and dangerous. He reportedly spends over $30 million a year just on wine. That's more than what most Americans would spend on housing in a lifetime. And it doesn't stop there. He drinks snake wine. Yes, wine infused with snakes, believing it'll boost his vitality and help him conceive a male heir. Currently, he has only one publicly known child, a daughter named Kim Jong-un, which he confirmed through none other than former NBA star Dennis Rodman. His taste isn't limited to exotic drinks. Kim is obsessed with gourmet food, fine French, cheeses, Brazilian coffee, fatty tuna, Kobe beef, and champagne by the case. According to his former Japanese chef, Kenji Fujimoto, Kim's obsession with cheese was so intense that North Korean officials once tried to study cheesemaking in France. They were denied, and the numbers are staggering. He allegedly drinks so much alcohol that in 2019, a shipment of nearly 1 million bottles of Russian vodka was intercepted en route to North Korea. This despite strict UN sanctions. How many shipments actually make it through? No one knows for sure. The surprising truth is, Kim's indulgences are not private vices. They're part of a carefully curated image. A man who drinks $600 to $30 bottles of Hennessy, while the average North Korean survives on less than $2 a day, isn't just making personal choices. He's sending a message. The message is power. Absolute power. Every choice he makes reinforces the idea that he lives above consequence, above criticism, and far above the suffering of his people. Ever since he took control in 2011, Kim Jong-un has lived a life of extremes: insomnia, chain smoking, overeating, overdrinking. He's known to consume luxury sausages to ease his hangovers and to smoke Yves Saint Laurent cigarettes that cost $45 a pack. For context, that's about the monthly salary of many North Koreans. But the unhealthy habits don't stop there. He's constantly surrounded by alcohol. Crystal champagne is a personal favorite. Cognac flows freely. And there are stories, possibly exaggerated but still troubling, about him consuming 10 bottles of wine in a single night. These stories paint a picture not just of excess, but of deep dependency. On alcohol, on power, on control. And yet, despite all of this, Kim is terrified. According to South Korean intelligence, he lives in constant fear of assassination. This fear drives his insomnia, his eating patterns, and even the design of his palaces. His primary residence, known as Mansion Number 55, is surrounded by a moat, guarded by landmines, and contains an underground war command center. What most people don't realize is that Kim isn't just living large. He's building a fortress around himself, both physically and psychologically, and his health is paying the price. He reportedly weighs over 280 pounds, up from around 180 in his early 20s. He suffers from diabetes, high blood pressure, and is rumored to have several sexually transmitted diseases. His security detail isn't just there to protect him from enemies. They also monitor his well-being like elite babysitters. Despite this, Kim continues to indulge, and when he's not throwing lavish parties or inspecting military sites, he's reportedly organizing bizarre entertainment sessions with a personal entourage of over 2,000 women, selected for singing, dancing, massage, and more intimate companionship. And here's where it gets even more disturbing. Kim doesn't live in a single palace. He rotates between more than 20 mansions scattered across the country, each equipped with absurd luxuries. One includes a 1,000-seat cinema. Another has an Olympic-sized swimming pool and shooting range. He owns 13 exclusive resorts, though he only uses about half of them. Satellite images revealed 8 new luxury residences built near the political core of Pyongyang. These aren't just homes. They're strategic hubs equipped for military command, personal escape, or propaganda staging. But that's just his real estate. Kim's obsession with luxury transportation is equally jaw-dropping. He owns about 100 high-end vehicles, including Audis, Rolls-Royces, Lamborghinis, and multiple armored Mercedes. His favorite, the S600 Pullman Guard, is worth over $1 million and can keep moving even after its tires are destroyed. It's not just cars. He travels in style by air and sea, with at least 3 private jets, each worth over $1.5 million, and a $7 million super yacht that rivals anything seen in Monaco. None of these assets are officially acknowledged. But the people of North Korea know, and they remain silent, because silence is survival. Now, if you've made it this far, you're clearly as fascinated by this story as we are. If you want more in-depth breakdowns of the world's most elusive leaders, subscribe to the channel now. You won't want to miss what we've got coming next. So, what does a typical day in Kim Jong-un's life look like? It's not all yachts and wine, at least not during daylight hours. Every day, Kim makes public visits to factories, farms, construction sites, and military facilities. These appearances serve a double purpose: to reinforce his image as a man of the people, and to project the illusion of hands-on leadership. But here's the twist. Behind every staged handshake and manufactured smile, there's a photo op designed for internal propaganda. Kim carefully curates these appearances to appear relatable, while hiding the fact that nearly a quarter of the country's GDP is spent, not on development, but on his lifestyle. What most people don't realize is that these visits aren't about improving North Korea. They're about maintaining control. By showing up, by being seen, Kim reinforces the myth that he's omnipresent, that he sees everything, that he's working harder than anyone else in the nation. And just in case the image falters, he reinforces it with appearances on national holidays, showing up publicly on Thanksgiving, for instance, to offer condolences, congratulations, or inspiration. But again, it's performance. Privately, he returns to mansions protected by minefields and surrounded by moats. His day ends with wine, cinema, and if rumors are true, much darker pursuits. Kim doesn't just rule by force. He rules by fantasy. Inside his private theater, equipped with world-class audio and projection systems, he screens everything from Disney classics to James Bond thrillers. He watches CNN and BBC to stay updated on global events. Despite his country's bans, he consumes more international media than most of his citizens will see in a lifetime. But the theater is more than personal pleasure. It's a tool for influence. In August 2023, during North Korea's Navy Day celebration, Kim invited military officials to a screening that showcased the country's latest nuclear missile test. It wasn't just a movie, it was a psychological operation designed to inspire loyalty and fear in equal measure. And when the movie ends, karaoke begins. Kim takes the mic, sings self-praising anthems, and receives applause from a hand-picked audience trained to cheer. Afterward, a state-sponsored girl group performs songs about North Korea's greatness, or sometimes, shockingly, about American cities like Dallas. Everything is symbolic. Everything is controlled. The surprising truth is, even joy is weaponized. You'd think that a man who commands a nation might be more publicly known, but Kim's family remains largely in the shadows. His wife, Ri Sol-ju, was once a singer and teacher. Today, she's styled like royalty and appears beside Kim during official events. Sophisticated, controlled, silent. Her life before marriage. They are rumored to have 3 children. Only one, a daughter named Kim Ju-ae, has been publicly acknowledged. And even that happened indirectly through Dennis Rodman's interviews. Despite his public persona, Kim is said to be a surprisingly attentive father. But parenting in a palace, surrounded by armed guards, underground bunkers, and government surveillance, is anything but ordinary. The family lives in seclusion, moving between palaces, each with state-of-the-art security. Their lives are managed like a national secret, because in North Korea, family isn't just personal, it's political. Kim's lineage is sacred, his bloodline is mythologized, which is why every image, every word, and every moment shared with the public is stage-managed to perfection. So where does all this leave us? Kim Jong-un isn't just a dictator. He's a master illusionist, a man who projects strength while hiding fragility, who rules through fear but masks it with opulence, who speaks of peace but maintains one of the most secretive nuclear programs in the world. He lives in a country cut off from the world, yet imports cars from Germany, wines from France, and cigars from the West. He celebrates tradition, but secretly watches Hollywood films. He preaches modesty while bathing in luxury. And the most haunting part, it works. Inside North Korea, resistance is not an option. Dissent is a death sentence. His people suffer in silence while the leader rides in bulletproof limousines and toasts with crystal champagne. But the illusion can only last so long. As more information leaks, as defectors speak out, and as the world watches closer than ever before, the cracks begin to show. The mystery of Kim Jong-un may never fully unravel. But one thing is clear: his power is built on fear, fantasy, and absolute control. Now it's your turn. What part of Kim Jong-un's story shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it. And if you want to dive deeper into hidden histories, controversial leaders, and untold truths, hit that subscribe button and join us for more. The world is full of secrets, and we're just getting started.